Communication System Audio Revision Tour. Some of the important points to remember are: point-to-point is a basic mode of communication, which is used for telephonic conversation. In this mode of communication, communication takes place over a link between a single transmitter and a receiver. Attenuation refers to the loss of strength of a signal during its propagation through the communication channel output. Transducer is used as sensor or detector in communication system. It converts the physical signals into electrical signals. Repeater picks up the signals from the transmitter, amplifies it and transmits it to the receiver. Its function is to extend the range of communication. Transmitter comprises of message signal source, modulator and transmitting antenna. Transmitter makes signals compatible for communication channel via modulator and antenna. Skywave propagation: when radio wave propagates from one place of Earth to other after reflection by ionosphere, the range of frequencies from few megahertz to 30 megahertz gets reflected back by ionosphere. This range also reflected as a shortwave band. This mode of propagation is used by shortwave broadcast service. Ground wave propagation: the radio waves whose frequencies ranged up to 1500 kHz, propagates from one place to Earth to other following its transmission along the surface of Earth. These waves get attenuated and hence cannot travel over long distances. This range of frequencies also referred as amplitude modulated band. Space wave propagation: it is also known as line of sight propagation. The radio wave transmitted by antenna directly reaches the receiving antenna traveling along a straight line. A signal in which current or voltage change continuously with time sinusoidally is known as sinusoidal signal. A signal in which current or voltage can take only two discrete values for it is called pulse-shaped signals. A receiver extracts the desired message signal from the received signals at the channel output. Demodulator is a device that performs demodulation. In analog signals, the value of signal is represented by its amplitude. In digital signal, the amplitudes are not continuous with time. Amplitudes of a signal has only its two levels, that is low or high. A device which passes the signals with certain frequency range only are called bandpass filter. The range of frequencies used in satellite communication is 3.7 GHz to 6.4 GHz. In standard AM broadcast, surface wave propagation is used for transmitting the signals. Attenuation of surface wave increases very rapidly with increase in frequency, that is why it is limited to frequencies up to few megahertz only. Amplification is the process of increasing the strength of the transmitted signal using some suitable electronic circuit. Amplification compensates for the attenuation of the signal. When the audio frequency modulating signal wave is superimposed on a high frequency wave called carrier wave, the modulation process produces frequencies that are the sum and difference of carrier and modulating frequencies. These frequencies are sidebands. We need a higher bandwidth for transmission of music compared to that for commercial telephonic communication because the range of frequencies of music is higher than commercial telephonic conversation. Two factors which justify the need of modulating a low-frequency signal into high frequencies before transmission are size of antenna and effective power radiated by antenna. Modulation is the process in which low-frequency message signal is superimposed on high-frequency carrier wave so that they can be transmitted over long distances. Square law device is a nonlinear device. It produces a nonlinear output of message and carrier signals. The modulation index is defined as the ratio of change in the amplitude of carrier wave to the amplitude of carrier wave. Amplitude modulation index is the ratio of the modulating signal to the maximum amplitude of carrier wave. The amplitude modulation index determines the quality of transmitted signal. The process of amplitude modulation is the process of varying the amplitude of the sinusoidal carrier wave by the amplitude of the modulating signal. Audio signals converted into an electromagnetic wave are not directly transmitted because they are of large wavelength and power radiated by the antenna is very small. The amplitude of a modulating signal is kept less than the amplitude of carrier wave to avoid making overmodulated carrier wave. In that situation, the negative half cycle of the modulating signal is dipped and distortion occurs in reception.